Hello, everybody. How is everybody doing? I don't even know if you guys can hear me. I should probably see if the comments are there. Should do one of these and a couple of those. Hey, guys, how are you? Yeah, no, so we got a few people already on. That's cool. Wow. Hey, Rita, how are you? Esther, you're already signed on here. My gosh, I hope you guys kind of enjoy this tonight. We're going to have fun. Janine, good to see you. By the way, you made me laugh with that post. Laura, love you, hun. Denise, welcome aboard. Hey there. Um, Janet, how are you? I'm going to see you this weekend, right? Um, yeah, oh my gosh, Janine, that just made me laugh. I have been so adamant to surround myself with people that just make me laugh, period. End of conversation. Everybody else can just kind of like, have a good day. Oh, you want to give me grief? Yeah, I'm not, whatever. Thanks for watching. It's kind of funny though. By the way, I hope my microphone is good. I hope you guys kind of let me know if anything's whatever. I've had all of this equipment for a while and just pulled it apart and said, "There you go." Hey Rita, how are you? So yeah, actually, I'm gonna hit send on the back end of this for the podcast today. We talked about we titled it "Cult of Personality," but we talked about cults in a different sort of way from a spiritual standpoint, and how and it's very easy to talk about Jonestown, Jonesville, and you know, Branch Davidians and all that other stuff. Like we didn't want to show about like analysis of shitty decision making people and manipulated people. We wanted to kind of point it out to the spiritual part of it. And it's funny, I had a post yesterday in my daily message about spiritual bypassing, and my phone blew up. And I just want to say out loud, I did not mean to offend you, Anna. Um, I think a few of the messages that I got were like, I think you directed this towards me, or were you talking to me? Was this a thing? No, but yeah, like I don't, it didn't have any one particular vibe to it. Like I wasn't trying to call anybody out. I just wanted to, by the way, I'm also getting rid of all of the extra filter shit. This is what I really look like. I don't know why, but like all of that filter stuff was on there. Hey, Corlin, how are you? Um, but I was surprised sometimes of who would be offended by that. And basically, what I said is hey, listen, all those classes that you're taking and those retreats that you go on and those adventures that you do, it's time to apply them. That's all. Just like it's go time. And if you don't address it and you stay kind of in the spiritual swamp stuff of knowledge, it's great to go back to it, but you have to start applying it. You have to start doing it. And some people do it extrovertedly. Some people do it where they, begin to teach classes or start their practice. And sometimes it's about internal corrections and things that we'll never see. And I get all of that, right? But that statement hit hard, and it kind of went with some of the research that I had with the cult stuff here, to be like some people like rope you in and keep you broken. I actually worked with a recovery center, and their entire business plan was about keeping people sick. It was a loop de loop. Like, so you'd go through your 30, 60, 90, and then at the end of that, either you become a productive member of one of their products, one of their grifts, or you would become addicted again. And how would you become addicted again? Because one of the counselors would forget to block the lockbox, and you would be like, "Oh, well, human error." No, no, like you can't leave, a dime bag down where an addict is going to get to it. That's what. Oh, and we're not going to fire that person because they're in recovery too, and there's a series of broken stuff. That's just insane. So it's one of those things that I think people felt that it struck a bone. But this is the stuff we're up against, guys. I mean, this is the reason why we have cultism in our politics. This is the reason why we have cultism. We don't have religion anymore. mean, religion has been picked apart 6 ways to Sunday and Monday and Tuesday. Like religion doesn't exist anymore. Your belief system works, but religion doesn't. Whatever, right? And you can say that, evangelical Christians or whatever. No, they're not. That's a cult, but it's a political cult. It's not a religious cult anymore. I mean, religious cults actually believe in shit, not how to get elected. Their primary objective is your soul if you're religious. But oh man, that's why we have to keep doing these shuffle up and heels. Just to let you know. Sometimes it's noteworthy, sometimes it's relevant, and sometimes you just want to hang out, right? Sometimes you just want to do that. By the way, we are absolutely taking it to another level with the podcast. I'm really enjoying working with Lindsay. She is a smart cookie, man. She can run on the fly. She can run with stuff. We're working it out. The advantage of what we wanted to do kind of a little bit behind the scenes is we wanted to kind of find our footing with each other. Like we didn't want to step on each other's toes. It's kind of like the box trot, right? Where you're kind of like, okay, if I'm going to lead, I'm going to take my right foot and you're going to back up your left foot. And there's some, directive stuff, and Daryl's doing a great job with the production side of it and organizing us and that sort of thing. Because when you work with a couple of, savants that just want to like run with shit, it's hard. I don't envy Daryl's position at all. But I wanted to do something a little bit different here tonight. I'm going to go camera 1, camera 2, make sure they're both working. There you go. All right, that's what we're up against. There I am, everybody. Hi, how you doing? Okay, all right. A little bit too much of my lower sweater, if you know what I'm talking about. We're gonna have to rearrange that just a little bit. Jesus Christ, who the hell's in charge of this? But we're gonna. I want to try something here. I'm gonna do an unwrap here. Look at this deck. There it is. Tarot deck of Marvel. Ta-da! Are you guys cool if I unwrap this? Are you cool if I kind of go, this is kind of like fresh fallen snow right now. That's kind of right there. Esther, what a question. I fall in love with everybody I meet. That's part of the problem. It's not people I read. It's about connection, and it's about, I decide to surround myself with really good people that know who they are, that know what they're about, that know where they want to go with things. So, no, it's an emotion. That's an emotion us Jedis aren't afforded. You really must know. Oh, I'm totally going to do this. Yes, I'm totally unwrapping it. Careful, lady. I've seen your work. Donna, how are you? Maria, good to see you. Brenda, boy, we're jumping right up there. People are chiming right in. Aaron, good to see you. I'm glad that reading worked out for you. Not in love, so don't forget him. It's just a silly phase that I went through. I'm not in love. Oh no. No, you know what I fall for? Here's my type. Smart people, funny people, good people. Oh, ooh. It's got that new box smell. Fair amount of chemicals in there. While are you looking at this? Oh gosh, we are absolutely, holy shitskis. I totally, look at the size of this book. Listen, don't tell me size doesn't matter. Look at the size of that book. Are you seeing this? I'm going to need my glasses here for this one. Oh yeah, this is going to be fun. I think you guys are going to really, really like it. So I get this question a lot about what you need to do. Oh, wow, this goes deep. Shang-Chi, Bucky Barnes, Daredevil, of course, Silver Surfer, dude. Yeah, Deadpool makes a couple of appearances. So I get this question a lot. Like, how do you work with a new deck, right? Well, I'll let you know, you can do a little bit of smudging here, or smudge the deck. You have to claim it. like in essence, you're going to want to claim it, right? And claiming it means that this was mass produced, right? You have to accept the idea that there's energy attached to this. And I'm gonna go split screen here, everybody. So this has energy connected to it, right? Now these are in order, so of course we have to really kind of mix them up a little bit. If we wanted to do, yes, Aaron, I was singing to you. Hello, Unintentional Psychic. How are you? Laura, yes, I will definitely get to many of you. Tammy, good to see you. Maria, good to see you guys. But with a new deck or any tool of divinity, whether it's a pendulum, whether it's runes, whether it's crystals, you have to kind of lay ownership to it. Now, you can talk about programming. By the way, if you sign up for the weekly B, we actually talked about this a little bit with our pendulum, kind of how you have to claim it and calibrate it. I've heard terms like programming it and that sort of thing. Listen, spirit's going to spirit, right? You have to build a working relationship with whatever it is that you work with. Myself, I always have a couple of crystals on me around my person and that sort of thing, but I mix them up. I've got my go-tos, but that doesn't mean that I even need them. Like if I forget my crystals, I can still do this work. But my point is that it's about you connecting the dots. It's about you saying, okay, it's go time. Your guides, right, are a consistent connection for you that, you have to step into it. You have to own it, and you have to say, I want to work with you, right? So basically what you're doing here is you're being able to say like, hey, I want to work with you. Hey, I want to be able to, kind of do this. So we're doing a little bit of smudge here. Let me just do one thing. Yeah, so you want to be able to kind of like set the intention that you want to be able to use it. Use this as a deck, as a tool of divinity. And it's funny, I'm kind of like scalpel, always off camera. Thank you. So we're going to set an intention right here. I'm going to use a little Palo Santo, the old favorite of the pros, right? And we're just gonna get a little bit of a burn on it. And by the way, if you don't know about smudging or saging or that sort of thing, I highly recommend you sign up for my classes. This is stuff we go over from time to time. We bring it up. This is a gentle burn. You don't want to burn down the house, okay, David Burns, right? You just want to get a little bit of a gentle smoke. Smells good, and we're going to set the intention. We're going to ask our guides to show us the way to be able to work with this new, really kind of cool, fun tool, right? And by doing that, we drop it on the carpet and we hope it's out. Anyways, I'm only sort of kidding. It's on my desk. Hold on. I come back as Fireman Ed. All right. By the way, 4 of you got that joke. Thank you very much. So now, how do you mix them up? I've set the intention. I've kind of said, hey, brother, I want to work with you. We bring in our guides. We ask our guides to connect with one another as we ask for messages to come through that we hope to receive. And we do this work in light, love, and laughter so we can become the best version of ourselves and all the work we're meant to do. Thank you guys for giving me the opportunity to do this work here today, because this is what I'm meant to do for the greater good and the light of the world. I never get tired of saying that. By the way, it looks like what I'm doing here is I'm kind of shuffling. By the way, one of my YouTube like guilty pleasures is this guy that's like a professional gambler, and he basically takes bets on the internet and says, hey, listen, sure, I'll deal 4 aces to the second position. I'll pull out the 3 of hearts after a double cut, casino wash. Like, he just takes these bets and then he absolutely, positively, 100% buries the trick in this. Like, he knows where every single card is in the deck. And I'm like completely obsessed with it, because I'm like, maybe I can do like tarot decks. Maybe the Rider Waite Company can come back to me and say, Mr. Russ, we really like what you're doing, and we like how you're able to pull out the 6 of Pentacles every single time. I don't know why the card, why U.S. Games is based in some southern state, but here we are. Yeah, and by the way, the factors that you have to realize with this is that these are mass produced, right? They are set in, they are meant to make money for them, right? But thank goodness they do. So we have to take on the responsibility to be able to connect the dots for us to be able to say, like, this is us. There are many like this, but this one is mine, right? Did I just go Full Metal Jacket, which, by the way, came up in the Cult of Personality podcast today? It was kind of fun. It was kind of fun. Oh, you're not feeling connected. Oh my gosh. Yeah. So Rose, yeah, do that. I mean, and some people will even say go a little crazy. Hey Kim, how are you? I was just thinking about you guys. You guys are due for a trip. I know you. Yeah. So one of the other things, Rose, too, is maybe it's not your deck. I hate to say it. You spend your shekels. It looked really good on the internet. But one of the things that I'm doing behind the scenes with those is I'm going to have a small focus group. And by the way, check out our my teacher group. Sign up for the email list. You're going to see it through there. But yeah, we talk about this stuff, and it's kind of a focus group. I've actually been talking to an artist, an international renowned artist, and she is a digital artist, and she and I are talking and working out a new tarot deck. And our themes, we're kind of going back and forth, like we're really picking this stuff apart. We're looking at swords. We're talking of that. We're actually thinking, yeah, I keep going back and forth because something's telling me the owl will be involved. And I don't know if the owl was going to be one of the major arcanas. I mean, the owl might even be the magician, or it could be the minor arcana. So maybe the two of owls. I don't know. The two of owls kind of makes it feel like I'm gonna have like a shaman deck out of that. I want a shaman feel. I'm not against shamanism. I mean, don't tell the shamans I like them. By the way, when a shaman kidnaps you, they do send you to Peru. Just to let you know, that's what they do. So if you ever want to go to Peru cheap, take off of whatever. And by the way, you're seeing me kind of like, do the shuffle. I know I'm kind of doing this off camera or whatever. So generally, these are probably going to be upright all night, which is fine. And by the way, for this, when you do a personal reading with me, sky's the limit. Right side up, upside down, that sort of thing. But for the sake of this, I'm going to save that for the art and science of tarot, which, by the way, I'm totally going to plug this right now because I'm talking about it. If you like the education piece of this, you're going to love how I teach it. Because T. Brandon, it's almost like I know my name. Do we ever get sick of our name? It's kind of a weird thing to ask, but do we ever get sick of saying our own name or hearing our own name? Oh my God, I didn't even get my freaking, please hold. Like the internet just said, that's not right. My brain just went, do we ever get sick of seeing our name? Or hearing our name? Chances are no. And there's a reason for that. And it's actually a spiritual one. So we are of our soul tribe. Our name, whether we like it or not, literally changes our family, but never our call name. So hold on a second, Brandon. Did you just say that if your name was Brandon, it'll always be Brandon? No, what I'm saying is that you'll always have a sounding name connected to it. I might not be Brandon, but maybe I was Bra, maybe I was Brian, maybe I was Brr. But there's some sort of like combination there. I mean, that's why, I was born into this world with the T in front, but I went with the Brandon. And by the way, that was a root decision. That was my parents saying we're going to follow that along. And by the way, it was connected with the soul family because I'm named after grandfather, right? Well, I can't wait to see you on Memorial Day weekend either. Kelly, where am I going to see you? What did I book Memorial Day weekend already? Holy Toledo. Oh, am I coming up north to y'all? Oh, Yes, Deborah, maybe you were a diva. Oh, I love that. I love that. Well then, Cookie Puss, go run with it, because you're one in a million girls. I don't know why I'm flying these out right now. So listen, we're gonna do. I'm gonna do a calibration, right? And I am going to, and I love my banners. I love my branding. I am going to dip this down a little bit, and I'm going to do this because that's what we're doing now. Ta-da! Ta-da! Not that the comedian verse isn't a lot of fun and doesn't deserve promotion, but let's stay to the brand if you don't mind. So I'm going to roll out 3 cards. This isn't for anybody in particular. I just want to kind of gauge how much of a shuffle I've had connected to this. So right out of the gate, so this is kind of good. 8 of Wands. Oh, I'm sorry, 7 of Wands. Oh, so the 7 of Wands, and this is representative. Oh wow, this is Thor's helmet. So I'm going to guess that the wands are going to have something to do with Thor. By the way, didn't read the book. Don't want to read the book. I just want to feel it. The Hierophant. Oh, gosh, there we go. You got the doctor there. You got the doctor there. And that's the Hierophant. Don't forget his role, right? Dr. X, he's coming in and he's basically saying, hey, everybody, we're going to do this. And then the Empress. Okay, so we got to do a little bit better, mixing it up. We've actually, how do you like the Empress as the Black Widow, guys? How do you like that? So I am going to shuffle it up just a little bit more, just because I'm seeing a couple of cards connected to each other there, the 3 and the 4. But these are a beautiful deck. This really is. And also, I have found that the most talented tarot readers never read the book. And I'm not trying to be like, I'm not going to read the book. I'm not going to be whatever. I'm certainly going to pop this open at some point, because you need to be able to figure out the primer, right? What's the primer? What are the wands? Now, they're doing you a favor instead of saying, the 3 of hammers, the 7 of hammers. Oh, and by the way, just to let you know, what this deck is really telling me is that this is a boatload of experience. I'm experienced to be able to do this. I'm going to be able to balance both masculine and feminine energy so that then I can do this the right way. So this is going to be about action as well as intuition. And I like what this deck is telling me already. You guys like what I'm doing here? Click like and subscribe. Sign up for my classes. Oh, by the way, next Wednesday I will not be doing a live, but if you want to catch me, I'm doing a class on the business of spirituality, because I have launched, I don't think people really realize this, I have launched no less than 40 mediums in this work that went from I can't do it to look at that, I'm doing galleries and I'm doing readings for a living. I have helped many crystal shops. I have helped many light workers, sound healers, crystal healers, Reiki master teachers that have grown their stuff. And there's a couple of things you can really learn from a class like that. And I don't care where you are in the process. You might be 2 years away. You might be 20 minutes away. But there's things to remember. There are some practical business stuff, really, to the class. Like we're going to talk nitty gritty stuff, like how to form a DBA, when to become an LLC, that sort of thing. Also, how do you manage insurance when you say, I talk to dead people? That's kind of a thing, everybody. But you do have to remember that it's for entertainment purposes only. Speaking of which, quit trying to hit me up for the winners of this weekend's game. It may be just as well San Francisco and the Ravens, if you believe in the logo theory. Have you guys seen that? Holy Toledo. The logo theory is that the colors of the logo that the NFL puts out are going to be the people in the Super Bowl. Well, guess what? The top is red, the bottom's purple. Congratulations, Ravens. That's your winner, if you follow that sort of thing. But something else that the NFL started doing, not only did it start saying, go ahead and gamble on our stuff, which really, it also said, we're going to have our major sponsors be people like Caesar's Palace. Why shouldn't we have a biggest name in gambling and sports betting be our sponsors? Whether you realize it or not, the NFL did something that the WWE had to do years ago. And that is they had to proclaim that they are for entertainment purposes only. So if the games are rigged, they haven't really done anything illegal now. Oops. I kind of fell out of love with sports the more spiritual I became because, first of all, time. And second of all, I didn't need to connect with guys anymore when it came to, talking about flywheels and being able to, do your drop down, do your check down there. Well, he's got a pretty good arm, but, his field vision is a little bit off, and being able to kind of see it from the backfield to the forefront. That guy's definitely a one-cut back, but that guy's a tank. That's why you kind of run him up the middle as opposed to the other one that you want to kick him out in a flyway sweep. That's why you got to get two really good tight ends. You don't really care if they can catch or not. You care whether they can block and throw a chop down. That's the type of thing you need to see. And, the differences and the virtues between the 3-4 defense and the 4-3 defense is really kind of important because, it depends on if you bring in the extra linebacker. And the way people are built today, like a Myles Garrett or maybe a DeMarcus Ware, you want to be able to kind of like flush the end at any given time or drop back into coverage because players are more athletic than they are. But who cares? Fucking care. It's a game. It's a freaking game. Right? And by the way, do I enjoy a good football game? Do I enjoy it when people do well? I sure do. Do I enjoy it being, I don't know. Do I enjoy sitting around eating crap I shouldn't eat and then like watching a football game? Damn straight. But I'm going to let you know I'm in Louisville on Super Bowl Sunday. I'm in an airport, for crying out loud. I prioritize this way ahead of the game. Right? Yeah, so Maria, that's an interesting thing right there, right? Yeah, you can really do that. And by the way, you can do what's known as a casino shuffle. I'm not going to do it because I have a tendency of throwing the cards all over the place. But you can like shuffle them up where you just kind of like spread them out all over the place and then kind of bring them back together. And then when people, there are dealers, we're talking tarot. There are people that when they shuffle, they wait for a card to pop out. Right? So there's a lot of different ways you can go with this, right? There's a lot of exciting ways, quite frankly, that you can work with your deck, whatever you're comfortable with. By the way, how many shuffles? Go ahead. By the way, the first person to get this right will be our first reading tonight. How many times should you shuffle a deck before it's ready? How many times? Take a gander. Melanie, thank you for laughing. I forget who she is. Oh, I know who she is. I'm pretty mixed up here. Anybody know? 26, 7, 19, 3. Jody, good to see your name out there. Donna, good to see you. Oh, wow, you guys are jumping right as many times as it takes. Ding, ding, ding. Brenda, out of the gate, jumped right in there. So if you were asking a card shark will tell you the laws of randomness, the laws of probability actually happen at 3, right? However, it is as long as you need it to be, right? There is no exact, right? But the benefit in that is go with where you feel it. Go with where you want to. Yeah, Gina, hope to see you, by the way. Oh, your return message. I'm so backed up. Yeah, or until something flies out. I like that too, Deb. So here's the point. Here's my point. The point is, dude, is that you shuffle to when you feel it's right. If it's when you think a card's going to go flying out, ding, 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 right? 7 might be your lucky number, Deb, right? Stacy, hello, how are you? So this is one of those, yeah, of course, Rachel, like nails it. You may or may not have been in the art and science of tarot. And by the way, in the art and science of tarot, we go over this stuff. You're actually going to get videos on how to kind of like research this. So you're kind of like, how are you doing? Yes, Kelly, I see you there. Kirsten, how are you doing? Trish, how's it going? Stephanie, good to see you again. Glad to see you guys out here. I hope you guys are enjoying me doing these lives. I'm kind of enjoying them. I really am. By the way, I'm going to be announcing another online circle. I know a few of you could not get to the other one, but this is one of those. I also have some announcements in upstate New York. I'm going to be doing some really fun stuff. Actually, Lindsay and I are going to be doing a show out in Syracuse. We're going to be doing one back here in Albany and probably somewhere in between. Oh, that's wonderful, Gina. Ding, ding. Um, yeah, I've kind of just been letting things kind of fall into place. I've got some new places. I've got some old friends to see. I'm getting my feet back underneath me. And when I say I'm getting my feet back underneath me, it's both. But man, am I tired? I'm physically tired. I can't. I think I turned the online one actually, Maria. First of all, sign up for the email list. Go to the website. You're going to be able to see it. Double check this. I think it's going to be the 15th, February 15th, just to give you a heads up. Esther, not quite to Buffalo. We're going to make it to the far end of Syracuse, though. And we've been talking about another place in Rochester. So those of you that do know Lindsay, she's a very popular medium out in Syracuse. I mean, one of the things that I wanted, and again, this isn't a knock on any one particular person, like you got to kind of match my energy when I get out there. Like I'm kind of a thing. Like I said, Lindsay is smart. She knows her stuff. She's got it together. She's a consummate professional. That's what I needed at this level. And it's one of those things that like I can't wait to start doing some of the stuff with her. So here we go. All right. I'm sorry. Brenda's like, you said something about a reading. Well, here we go. And by the way, I'm just gonna fly with these cards today, I think. No, I'm going to answer some things to this. I may mix this up, but here we go. Congratulations, Brenda. You are the very first reading that I'm doing with these cards on a live. Brenda, right out of the gate, you get an 8 of Wands. How cool is this? By the way, this isn't about you. It's about me. So the 8 of Wands, and of course the 8 of Wands is of course fast action. It's about quick moving. It is a Sagittarius card, so it might be a little impulsive. It might be something that really kind of lays out the idea and how things kind of like roll out for you, but it's kind of like a quick and sudden thing. It's a super positive card for business if you're going there. Maybe you're cleaning some stuff up. Maybe you're kind of like, how am I going to go about this? And I'll tell you, though, the 7 of Swords comes out because you're kind of picking and choosing what you value, right? So the 7 of Swords talks about a little bit of loss here, but it's kind of like for your own sanity. So this is kind of a business thing of like, hey, kind of coming to a head. This is talking about the idea of taking what's yours and coming out of it with a whole new perspective. Bada bing, bada boom. How do you do, lady? And then we're going to go 2 on top. I think I'm going to get creative with this. I hope you guys don't mind. Well, I don't hear any of you talking, so I think I'm good. The power of the internet. Oh, and by the way, one of the things I've also recognized with this new software is I want to start. I'm not 100% on this yet, so I don't want to do it here, but I want to be able to bring people on camera. So, dusty yourself up, have a little fun. So we're gonna go a couple of answers here, and yeah, this is coming out of loss. So you get the man, son of a gun. Five of Cups comes out because you're like, that's it, I'm done. Like this might have been a quick and sudden loss. This might have been like you realizing that the person that was there for you wasn't really there for you. People reveal themselves, but I'll tell you, with this new attitude, this is about you being in triumph. Right? I'm not going to mince words here. You still come out ahead. This is definitely a come out ahead, because with the Ace of Swords, along with the 9 of Cups, with the combo platter of you realizing something, this is you protecting yourself and kind of being like, nope, I'm going to be good. I'm going to be all right. And by the way, I'm going to pick myself up. I'm going to kick butt. I'm going to be, hey, there you go. Nothing wrong with that. I'm not going to be angry. I'm not going to be, dismayed. And by the way, why not one more on top? So we're going to do this kind of pyramid thing. So, and by the way, technical term, we're going to do this. Pyramid thing, and then we're going to do this thing with a triangle type of. What do you have, right? So Brenda, quick and sudden loss. Things are coming in. You realize that the loss is there. You realize who your friends are in this. You're saying that's okay. Every little thing's going to be all right. I'm going to have a new way, a new attitude to it. And then guess what? You're going to take the high ground. Good job by you. And by the way, guys, I am going to use the same techniques that I've been using, and that is where I'm just going to keep using the same deck. I'm not going to reshuffle every single time because I actually want to see a lot of these Marvel cards. They're kind of cool. Hey, Brenda, good luck. Thanks so much for tuning in. I love it when you show up. Where am I gonna go here? Hey, Gina, I'm gonna get you ready into this. And by the way, thank you for telling me that the hell's going on with that picture. I love your energy, and that's why I go to all your shows. Bit of a stalker. Thank you very much. I've never seen you wear that before. Here we go. 5 of Cups here. Listen, here we go. I sense the theme, but let's get him out of here. By the way, a highly intuitive card, right? It's so, yeah, Trish just noted on the YouTube channel that this is full moon stuff. And by the way, what's this first card? They're holding the moon. The 5 of Cups. The 5 of Cups is about recognizing your loss and bearing down, right? It's about you pulling it together. And then the 5 of Swords. Ooh, Gina, you're not going to like me here soon. This is about you taking a step back and going like, I'm taking my ball and going home. Like, what is this? Like, fine, you're not going to treat me right. I'm going to, quality. I am quality. You know why you're quality? Da, 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 da. Here comes the sun. The sun shows up right here. I love this. I love this angle. And by the way, who's on the sun? Oh, it's Firestorm. Of course it's Firestorm. Of course it is. Who's on this one? Yeah, so I think that they look at the swords. I think they look at the suits as different stones. Right? I think so, but it still calls it Cups. So we'll knock that out of the park. So the Stun Firestorm, you're a force to be reckoned with. Listen, you're going to go center stage with this. That's the Leo card. It's also the ability of you saying, here we go. By the way, this is you really taking your ball and going home. This is you saying, I've been there, done that. I'm not putting up with it anymore. This is about knowledge. If I got to get out of Dodge, I got to get out of Dodge, right? This is you taking the emotion out of it. This is you mastering your emotions. Super duper card. Super duper card here. Nothing but positive here. And of course, you're never going to lose out again. Now, this is a bit of a FOMO card. This is the 4 of Pentacles. But what this is doing, saying, I'm not going to give my stuff away anymore. Right? You are one of those, you're in one of those situations right now where you're just like, you know what, I've been too generous. Gina, this is a high analysis read for you. This is you saying, nope, you stunk. I'm not going to go through this. Nope, I'm not going to put myself out anymore. I'm the bomb, right? Then you're like, I've got to change this. I'm going to change my direction. I'm going to take the emotion out of this, but I'm never going to give myself away again. Ooh, how about that, Gina? Tell me that resonates with you, right? Oh, that's a lot of fun. That is a lot of fun right there. Oh, meanwhile, Gina's like, I'm not watching this guy anymore. Oh, looks like we just had a refund down in Florida. I'm kidding. Amen. Well, Gina, I'm glad that resonated with you. Woohoo! By the way, I liked one of these other answers. I'm going to go ahead and grab one here. Hey, Janet. Janet Moody, there you go. You guessed 3. Again, there's some truth to that. There's totally some truth to that. And you know what? Here we go, Janet. 9 of Swords. Happy anxiety card. By the way, let's just get them all out now. Let's just get them all out now. By the way, part of the thing with the with this moon coming, this is going to be a full moon in Leo. It's gonna punch you. This one, the full moon Leo last year was about activation. This one's about quick and sudden ends, guys. By the way, I'm going to leave this upside down, Janet. I want you to like me. You got the Tower card in reverse, and I'm going to leave it that way. And who do we have here? I think this is Loki. So you got the Tower card in reverse, and this is really kind of driving to the idea of something that's long-term coming. But guess what? Here comes the Lovers card. So this is about choices. This is all about choices. You've been worried about something coming. You're super worried about it. The Lovers card comes out for 2 reasons. Well, first of all, this is Gemini energy. So you're going to be able to see both sides of the coin, right? This isn't all bad. It's not all good, right? This is about you being able to pull yourself together and recognize that you do have a choice. There's nothing incredibly bad about that. By the way, the Tower in reverse means that it's just something sitting there for a while, right? Janet, please like me at the end of the day. Could you please? So the Death card comes out here, which means that this is changing you. By the way, we will go right side up here. A lot of people worry about the Death card and the Tarot card, or in the Tower card. The Death card is about your change. And this is about trusting your intuition. So this is about an intuitive balance for you. You got to change, right? You know, one of the constants is that you will always change, right? You know what the value of this here is too? Is I'm going to tell you this flat out. This is one of those reads where you're just like, I need to be able to kind of see this for what it's worth, right? And guess what? You're going to bring yourself back into balance. Say what you want. Tarot readers that do this work see readings like this and go, okay, this is good. This one's good, because what you're really doing to watch for the threes, well, there you go, right? 9 is 3 times 3. You know, you got listen, pay attention. Pay attention. This is your roadmap back to balance to me. In the Death card, by the way, Pluto has moved into Aquarius, right? Pluto is the change. So we've got the great change coming. You know, we're not done. We're going to have like 4 weeks of some Pluto back in Capricorn when it goes retrograde later this year, but then it's really done, right? How oh yeah, how many times we shuffle? Look at that. You guys are like a whole community there. But Janet, I cannot wait to see you. It's going to be fantastic. It's going to be fantastic. Kelly, thank you for the kind words. I appreciate that. So when you do this work long enough, Kelly, I am going to come to you next year. When you do this work long enough, you get to know people and you get to know their stories, and you will have an opportunity, Kelly, to help someone else, because you guys are fantastic. And the grandson and daughter reference is really kind of about how you dealt with loss and how you got through it. And fentanyl is not good. We'll just say that. So Kelly, this one's for you. Here we go. Oh, look at this. I ended with the Justice card, and then I come out with the Justice card. First of all, I know I just pulled this back. I don't know if Daredevil is your friend. How did they come up with Daredevil for Justice? Well, a little bit. Done it with the Ryan Reynolds quip or two. He's more famous for doing that than being married well. And then you've got the 7 of Cups. So this is about choices. Kelly, it's your son-in-law. Just let me keep going. Son of a bitch. Kelly, this is your son-in-law. The Justice card is everything that the Justice card would represent given a situation where somebody loses somebody. Thanks, Janet. The 7 of Cups is about choices and the choices that we make. And the 8 of Cups, shuffle job still worked. The 8 of Cups is about thinking you have it all, but then you lose it all. You lose that one thing, and that's the thing that's missing. So there's 7 at the table, but 8 were invited. Then you have the, I can't believe this pull. The 10 of Swords, which is self-inflicted wounds. It is being your own worst enemy. The Star card, Age of Aquarius. Greater good. It's also the Feel No Pain card. And then you have the Knight of Pentacles, which is a strong, practical way of doing things moving forward. That's why I pulled your grandsons aside, so they know the difference. And yeah, well, that got heavy quick. But I'm telling you, that's your son-in-law showing up and going, justice for the douchebag that sold it. Choices that he made, always missing, self-inflicted wounds, feel no pain. Practical. Hey, Mary Jo, how are you? I needed to do that reading. Thank you for thinking that you needed to hear this. Hope you're okay there, Kelly. Oh, look at that. Hey, Sam. I'm going to say the Marvel cards work. I think Spirit has given me a thumbs up here to say, how you doing? My gosh, I usually don't get somber till the end. Right? It's a thing. You go through stuff. All of my friends, I've been thinking of a new tagline. I've been thinking about a tagline of saying, all my friends, all my friends had a loss. And then all of my enemies have one thing in common. I told them no. I think that's what I'm going to say from now on. Who got mad at my post? It's funny, what I see is I see a thumb, I see a heart, I see laughter, because I am hysterical. Oh, by the way, if you're in upstate New York, March 23rd, if you go to my website, you'll follow a link, and then you can see me do a set of stand-up. Yes, I'm getting back into stand-up, everybody. I'm going to be doing a lot of things on the road later on this year. By the way, I may throw a curveball into everything and just work on a cruise ship for 2 months a year. Anyways. Aaron, how are you, love? Donna, great to see you. Okay, Kelly, good to see, good to see. I love that everybody is pouring out here. Thank you, Karen. I appreciate you. Thanks for showing up. Tammy, if you don't mind, I'm coming to you. I don't know if you guys are connected, but Tammy, look at that. Sending prayers to you. Do prayers work? Do you believe they do? Then they do. Quit overthinking it. Quit trying to feel like you have to justify your position. Because Tammy, we're getting them all out of the way. Five of Wands, I'm going to give you conflict, Tammy. You know, you're excited about it. Oh my gosh, Mike Keene. Mike, you got to come to this. I'll tell the story after this read. Two of Coins. So this is you standing your ground. This is one of good, Sam. I'm glad. This is pretty good here for you, Tammy, because and then Two of Wands. Ooh, so remember that trickster guy that I was telling you about that like shuffles up and like gambles, like the NFL. He always is able to I'm like, oh, he must be able to kind of put those two things right together. Well, for you to get the Two of Pentacles and then the Two of Wands, I'm going to tell you, this is about overcoming a conflict in a relationship over money and also standing your ground. Yeah, actually, Gina, it's so funny you should say that. Gina's asking about coming out to Syracuse. I won't be in Syracuse per se, but I will be in Sylvan Beach. Close enough? Close enough? I'm telling you, these residency things that I'm working on, just like Tammy. By the way, Tammy, I think you're a professional. Oh, shit. You guys can't see this. What the hell's wrong with me? I really need to quit drinking on my break. Sorry, that's a trigger for some people. But I was drinking this. The March stand-up is actually, if you go to Hickstrong, and I'm going to actually go here, and I'm actually going to, hold on a second. It is Hickstrong with two S's. hickstrong.org. You can buy your ticket there. You get a dinner. You get 4 comics. There are some other, there's just some really cool stuff for them to do fundraising. And the reason why I'm doing that work is because they work with military veterans and active duty members and get them the mental health services that they need. In other words, they supply counselors. By the way, their current number of people that they have helped is 333. Oh, and by the way, when they say help, what this money goes to is actually pays for the counseling. They negotiate with the counselors to say, this is what we can afford. And then they say, okay, so they're not paying full boat. There is donation services on the side of the counselors as well as on the side of the, there is, that's what the donation goes for. So they don't do it for free, but they certainly do it discounted. 100% of my proceeds are going to that. So anything you buy that you think is going to me, it doesn't. The team is actually helping them out quite a bit. You're going to see Daryl's doing some organization. You're going to see Sandy. She volunteered to do some of the work there. We've got other friends of the old spirit tree that you know and love are going to be connected to it. But we've kind of, what we do around here is very service based. That's what I would go back in time and change a lot of. But go to hickstrong.com or hickstrong.org and you'll see the tickets there. Tammy, I'm leaving you in the lurch, aren't I? Everybody else is kind of like, oh, here you go. Tammy, I don't know if you know this or not. I don't know if you read cards or not, but I do for a living. These are just getting better. So right out of the gate, you're about conflict. You're about your choices, right? You're about the decision making. By the way, these two right here, the 2 of coins in particular, which is Pentacles, is actually one of the soulmate cards. Hang on a second. Because then you're also got the 2 of Wands, which is about the decision making process of action. How cool is that? Then you have the Ace of Pentacles, also known as coins. Then you have the Page of Pentacles. This is about coming in with a new way about how you're approaching your time, your money, your value. Nobody puts baby in a corner. And guess what? It's about dreams come true. Thank you very much, Daryl Hall, John Oates. Are they really suing each other? Can we get that out in the open right now? Is right here, this entire spread is making your dreams come true. What you're doing is that the conflict is over. It's first card up. Thank you very much. Good night. 2 of coins. Let's talk about the money. Let's talk about the choices. Let's talk about doing it right. Let's talk about the new way in which you're approaching it and the dreams come true. This is about dream job. This is about dream man. This is about dream person. This is about dream travel. Boy, we landed on our feet with that one, didn't we, Tammy? Thank you so much for tuning in. I do hope that these absolutely resonate with you. Right? Don't text and drive. What's that about? Gina will right down the road. Tammy, I hope you enjoyed that. Yes, Hickstrong, really good. Diane, oh my gosh, how are you doing? I was thinking about our young squire the other day because I have a track I need some guitar work done on. I was thinking about reaching out to him. Out of the blue, I know he doesn't know me from Adam, but I know you. Good to see that is connecting for you guys. Tammy, thank you so much. People are kind of off the hook here. All right, where are we going to next? Weeza. Hey, Michelle, how are you? Hey, Mary Jo, yeah, it's funny, Mary Jo. I saw your name up there. I want to pull this up here. It's been a year. Is it a year to the date, or was it a year 2 days ago? They're talking about 2, Mary Jo, and I'm going mediumship here. If you can chime in on that, you're on the Facebook channel. Oh yeah, Jenny, you're talking about the Sylvan, the 20th. So it's 2. So it was 2 and 2 days ago. So it was 4 days ago. So she's talking about it, going back here, and then she's also talking about who's the F, the Phil, the Frank, Philomena. Don't know if you can give me validation on that one, Mary Jo, but she's talking about it being a yeah, I'm not sure either. It'll make sense down the road. I don't know. Fred Frank. I don't know what this is. She's not letting it go. Oh, sorry. So she's trying to describe what's going on, and she's talking about things filling up. So she's talking about, I don't know if she had congestive heart failure, if things got kind of sideways. She was having things within her lungs, within her chest, what have you. And she's saying, and she's like, I couldn't breathe. She's like, I'm kind of doing the choke thing. And she's saying, my nose, she's like, the only thing, it's nose. She's saying, I could only breathe through my nose. I don't know what this is. Maybe that's how she was intubated. Not entirely sure what it is. I don't want to get too personal on this. But she's trying to give you validation that this is her. And she's talking about the other one connected to this. And by the way, please look up your dad's middle name. I think I have said it 3 times today. I think it's just kind of like right there. I see you, Aaron. I'm on you. Spirit's telling me to do this. Here we go, Mary Jo. This is your mother. Ready, Mary Jo? Judgment card right out of the gate. By the way, the Judgment card, who I think, it's Black Panther. Chadwick forever, everybody. So, Judgment card comes out, and a lot of people think right away, it's about judging you. It's about discernment. It's about 2.0. The Judgment card is the 20, the 2.0. It's taking everything you've learned and now going into another direction. I'm going to call my shot because this is what she's showing me. This is about you becoming the matriarch. The Emperor, the one in freaking charge. And by the way, who is this hanging out here? It's Captain America. The Emperor shows up. Tyrrhenian card, by the way. Don't know if anybody's going to be a Taurus in any of this. But here comes the Emperor. You are in charge, right? And if you are a Captain America fan, then so be it. And then you have the 9 of Wands. Who's beating you up over this? You're thinking you're not worthy? You're thinking you need to change that? You're thinking you got to kind of tackle that? Well, let me tell you something. Riches are here. The 10 of Pentacles comes out because it's about you valuing your time that you had with her. You're fastidious with maybe any inheritance that was connected to her. You're also better off knowing her. By the way, this next card, the Spirit. Let me get to it. Literally, chicken dinner. How about the Magician showing up? This is her saying that not only are you worthy, you're recreating your new thing. This is an indicator. This is an indicator that you got somebody in the family that's a little bit of a sticky wicket, a little bit of a pain in the ass, if you will. They don't like that you're in charge. A little bit of a power struggle, but guess what? You are the wounded warrior. You're the one that's coming out ahead. What she's saying to you here is that you made everybody's life abundant. I made everybody's life abundant. And guess what? Guess what? You've got all the tools. Oh, brother. Oh, it's a brother? It doesn't matter what your brother says. It doesn't matter what your family does. It doesn't matter what the power struggle is. You just miss her. You are also connecting with her in spirit. Boom, shakalaka. Boom, shaka, boom. Thank you very much, Judgment card. I'm going to tell you what this is an analysis of. This is about you taking your power and your natural ability, taking your losses and the struggles that you've had, and she wants you to tap back into your own sacred ability. Yes, mediums figure out other mediums pretty quick. Can't ghost a medium. This is literally talking about you being able to talk to her in passing. You missing her, you feeling like you're missing her, and that is now a motivator for her. Feel her, see her, touch her, taste her, smell her. I don't know what the roses are. I don't know who's Rosalina. Somebody's got a Rosalina here. And by the way, I hate that crap when mediums do that. I'm getting a woman, possibly older, maybe younger, maybe a man, but they're all right here. They just want to know that they love you, right? And by the way, there's true value in you developing your ability because she knows what you're capable of. Holy Toledo, that's pretty fantastic. Wow. Sounds like I'm fading a little bit. I didn't get a nap in today. Had the podcast, had some meetings to do. Mary Jo, I'm sorry about your loss here, but you got to remember that your mom's got you. By the way, when somebody passes, they're trying to figure out how to be dead, and you're trying to figure out how to live without them, right? So, yeah, you get to know people over the years. Sometimes you know them for a really long time. Now, I'm going to bring in somebody that I know. I have known because she used to pull my hair in grade school. And we all know you had a crush. It's all good. It was mutual. And and you brought up that you lost dad 9 years ago. So I'm just going to jump the gun instead of ask you. Um, so that everybody knows this is the Frank, you're lying. Liar. Not about that. So his name was Frank. So that was the Frank I was getting. Here we go, Aaron. Look at you grow. The Hermit comes out. The Silver Surfer, who, by the way, sticks to himself. The Hermit isn't about being alone, by the way. A lot of people think that. And by the way, it is the bustle in your hedgerow. Get along now. And then you've got the Six of Swords. So this is about a journey. Aaron, you don't know shit from Shinola about this stuff. I know you don't. But this is a power combination in tarot. The Hermit card is the 9. It's the elevation of a spiritual presence. It's spiritual enlightenment. It's that growth. The 6 is the path in which you have to go on. Bada bing, bada boom. Do I have 2 cards here? Yeah. Which one's better? Isn't that terrible? Don't do that, Brandon. Now we're going to go with this one. Oh, this is 7 of coins. So this is reaping what you sow. This is you saying, like, there's purpose. I'm sorry for Dad's loss, but you have become an incredibly deeply spiritual person, not religious. Religion is dead, everybody. Spirituality is the conversation, right? And by the way, this is all from Dad. You have become practically perfect in every way. The 9 of Pentacles, also known as the Mary Poppins card. Fucking, are you kidding me? Stay with that crush, everybody. The Lover's card comes out, but as we all know, it's about choices. It is about being able to draw on, who you are and what you're about so a new idea can come through. Holy Toledo. Look at that. So, and by the way, there's a peacefulness here. So the Lover's card, a lot of people think it has to do with lovers, the literal lovers. It's a Gemini card. So there's something here to kind of late May, early June. But it's also about choices. It's also about communication. The practically perfect, quite frankly, I think is what his opinion of you is. And then the Ace of Swords is really about, you got to look at it differently. You got to look at this in a new way. How you're looking at it isn't necessarily bad, but you got to look at this in a new way, Aaron. Boy, that was kind of fun. You know, anytime somebody comes to me from the past and, you know, grade school, high school, whatever, it's so encouraging to me. I have to tell you, thank you, Aaron. By the way, you're such an Aquarian. No, actually, you're a Pisces, if I recall correctly. Because I think this is a true story. So when we were kids, like, we used to be able to have, you know, birthday parties. You bring in cupcakes, Mom would make them, and, you know, whatever, they drop them off and they would go whatever. Well, Aaron's birthday is right before mine, and I'm pretty sure you're Pisces, if I recall correctly. And yours was the week before mine, and you were always like, haha, I'm older than you. You used to rub that into my face every fucking year, every single year, usually while eating, your cupcake going, and all of that was all fun and games. All of that was fun and games until we turned 50. And then I reminded you that you became 50 before I did. Thank you very much, universe. Good night. Mwah. Once a couple of days. Once a couple of days. Shit falls off you now all the time, anyways. It does on me. Just having fun, Aaron. All right, guys, couple more readings here. Hope you guys are enjoying this. Deborah, yeah, it's funny. So I'm gonna pull up your comment. I hope you're okay with that. Colson, good to see you. Rose, stick around a little bit. Tori, yeah, oh boy, there's a lot there. Yeah, hang out here, Deborah. I'm gonna go here with this. So I want to share a story from my book. Funny you should say that. If you haven't bought it, it's out on Amazon. If you see me at any of these events, I always have my books on me. I'm happy to sign them. I was on Lake George, and I want to tell you this is about a father losing a son, and he's skeptic. And I had done I was on the Mohegan up there, and the Lake George Steamboat Company, they're so great to work with. It's just, it doesn't always make sense. It was a very difficult venue for me. I think I'd do it again, but I want them to ask me. I don't want to search it out. I don't want to, but it was such a fun gig. So I'm on the boat, and it was a lot of people from all over the country. And this group happened to be from New Jersey. They were up in Lake George vacationing, and they're like, sure, we'll go to a medium. And what came out of this is, the things that they explained to me, they were actually on vacation. So the vacations were a trigger for them. Their son had gotten into a pool that didn't have grounded electrical, and he was shocked to death, and it was horrible. And then I come to find out that like 30 people a year die this way. I'm like, what is up with this? But I told you that story to tell you this one, and he was an incredible. There was validation pieces to it. The story in the book really tells about it well. And he literally like named a pizza place after his son, and I'm showing him this, and I'm bringing him down this path. And as I'm reading him, we'd had torrential downpours all day. We almost canceled the show because we weren't really sure how the waters were going to be. And as I'm doing the reading, this giant rainbow comes up over all of Lake George. Like, it just covered Lake George. And I said, why would your son be showing me a rainbow right now? And this guy just completely turned, and he said, I get it now. He goes, he swore like a tyrant, quite frankly. But he talked about how he couldn't believe in any of this because he just missed his son. And he said, we put a giant rainbow on his gravestone. In the middle of the reading, the rainbow showed up over. You can't make this stuff up, by the way. You really can't. The tales that I have and the connections that I make in this stuff, I let them be the star of the show. I'm just a conduit to it. But that was one of those that made the entire trip worth it. And it was a pain in the neck. I got seasick, guys. I got fucking seasick. But you know why I got seasick? I got seasick because I walked off and then I went back on. And that's when it was like roulette. Place your bets. Place your bets. So we want to make sure that we have that I'm good on time here. Oh, good to see you guys. Serena Wilbur. I see you there. Here's to 51. Yeah, there we go. And being cancer free. Ding, ding, ding. Deborah, I'm sorry. I'm still hanging out with Aaron here for a second. Congratulations. I told you so. Right? I told you so. So yeah, so we're gonna move it to here, Deborah. I love that you started talking about the rainbow. So here's your rainbow reading. Here we go. You ready? 7 of Wands. You know what this is? This is a higher ground. This talks about fighting. Whew. Here's the Wheel of Fortune. And by the way, we're trying out our new cards here. It kind of looks like, I don't know who this character is. Kind of looks like Jack Sparrow a little bit. Oh, geez, I'm Crow. I really need a producer for all these things. So you got Thor with the wands and the Seven of Wands, and the Seven of Wands is about a higher ground. It's being a little battle tested. It's about putting up a good fight, if that makes sense. And then we have the Knight of Wands. That's about going out on top. That's about changing the dynamic of who you are and who people are around you. Knowing the outcome to this. Kirsten. They'll totally hire Liam. Deborah, what's Christine connected to her? She's not letting it go. She really likes that you have set up. She's talking about Kristen, Deborah. So you're saying that's her niece? Your niece? Were the cousins together? Were they friends? She's talking about them. I don't know if they have a birthday coming up, if there's a connection coming up with that. She's not letting it go. I have your daughter here. Bam. Bam. They're cousins, yeah. Were they good friends? She's talking about them. I don't know if she has a birthday coming up. She's almost talking about them being, I'm going to tell you why a cousin or a sister or something or another would be brought up here. It's almost like she's living vicariously through them. Like, okay, she's not here anymore, but guess what? What she's going through, the graduation, you went to her graduation, the thought of your daughter. You're going to her wedding. She's getting married. She's talking about things going the way that they were supposed to go for her, and this is the same way it would have gone for her. Like, in other words, it's going for Christine, it's going for your daughter. You don't think so? Okay. My inbox is full of people going, hey, just to let you know, I thought you were full of it. Turns out you were right. She might not be getting married today. That's not the point. I'm going to try to marry off your niece. But I hope you get plenty of sheep for her. That's a bad joke, Brandon. That's a bad joke. Be sure to try my comedy. Yeah, I'm a little bit full of it, but the idea here is that I think what she's trying to show me is that when she gets married and you're at her wedding, say, this is my wedding too. And she's talking about both a ring and a tattoo. I don't know if somebody has a ring tattoo or a tattoo with rings. And she says happy anniversary to it. Who's at 45? I don't know what April. I'm sorry, guys, that this is turning into a full reading. Okay. So she's showing me 45. I'm seeing her, Deborah. She's on top of this. All right, so I want to make this clear. She's taking this time to make sure that everybody knows that she's got her. She's got her. There's no two ways about it. Here we go. She's talking about her cousin. Seven of Wands means that she's kind of going through this. I'm going to say it. She may be self-medicating. The Wheel of Fortune. This talks about destiny, karma. What comes around goes around. Then you have the Knight of Wands, being cavalier. being a little bit like, I'm young, dumb, you know, YOLO, man, you're only young once, right? Is it YOLO? Is that how it goes? I don't know. I'm so out of touch. And then it turns. This is her kind of stepping in, going, we're going to go Knight of Swords. Quit being so whatever. Get your head out of your ass. Sorry, excuse my French. Feminine divine presence. This is going to be about, you're going to get your butt handed to you in a feminine sort of way. A knock to the intuition. Oh, I should have known better. And then you have the Ace of Cups, which is ultimate in protection and love. I don't do the bad stuff. I don't do the stuff of like, her head is in her ass. Fantastic. What's her number? No, that's terrible, Brandon. That's terribly accurate. I think what this is, you really want me to go there, huh? I don't do bad stuff, but it would not surprise me if something happens to her, not fatal, but something that would firmly pull her head out of her own ass. She's in charge now. She also really likes that you went old school. And I don't know if you just pulled out like her senior picture or something with her portrait on it. I don't want to say Olin Mills. I don't want to date myself on that one. But whatever you did with that picture, she is applauding it. If you can give me some validation with that, she loves what you're doing with the picture. By the way, here's my local promotion to Stewart's. Pony up, everybody. Hey, Jenny. Hey, Tracy. How are you? You did yesterday. Deb, do you mind telling me like what you did to honor her with that picture? Because she's laughing about it. She's like, was it actually a graduation picture? It's pretty super. This one's pretty super. I'm seeing some of your old comments into this. Yeah, Mary Jo, she's going to leave stuff around her house. Right? Just honoring her. She loves it. She just loves it. She loves it. And listen, guys, I don't know if I'm sticking with the theme tonight. And I don't necessarily need you to talk about all of your losses or whatever. I just feel compelled here. Tori, just let me know that you're still on board here. No, it's hard to lose parent now. Keeping you and your family in my prayers. And I think you were talking about actually Mary Jo's connection here. Speaking nonstop. Yeah, so he passed away 6 days ago. So yeah, here, all right. God, spirit sometimes puts me in weird positions. So let me explain to you what happens when people die. This is a medium. I have done over 25,000 readings, maybe not quite 25, well over 20,000 readings. I have professionally done this for almost 15 years. I'm here to tell you that when somebody dies, they're trying to figure out how to be dead. You're trying to figure out how to live without them. They're trying to figure out how to be dead. End of conversation. Right? So, Tori, I don't know how you are connected. Yeah, Tori, thanks for letting me know you're in here. One of the things that mediums say all the time, and I just want to let you guys know this, mediums will say, "Oh, we can't read them because they just passed." That is not entirely true. When a medium says that, there are two truths to that. The first truth is they might not be a very good medium. Sorry, I got a little Leo rising on me on that one, or at least not skilled in it. And then the second part is that you might not be ready to connect with that. There's an appropriateness to being connected or when you seek this stuff out. Tori, I've been doing this for a long time, so the first thing I'm going to say is We in this country do not get bereavement correct. We actually suck at it. 3 days? Are you kidding me? What do you get for 3 days? Like that's a long weekend, right? This is kind of the dynamic here, right? So take your time with it. Explore stuff like this. The best thing you can do is honor them. Talk to them. Let them know that you want to have a relationship with them. Just like with the cards when we opened them up. I wanted a relationship with them. Hey, Marvel, I want to be able to connect with you. I don't know if your dad is dad a Yankee fan, Tori? Gosh, he's not letting it go either. Hey, Liette, how are you? Serena, give me a few. Yeah, I'm gonna keep reading with this. I don't know what this I'm on. And you know what, Tori, I'm gonna actually drop this because you're taking up my space, girl. But I really do appreciate the commentary there to let me know what's going on. And by the way, I just kind of like jumped into that. Oh, Jenny, you're Jenny, headed for some fun here. So, the Empress comes out. He was a Redskins fan for football for sure. What I don't know why he's showing me Yankees. Hang on to that. Empress comes out. Then Three of Swords. Then the World card. Get ready for some change. And by the way, you got Firestarter here. Who's the Empress? Who is the Empress? Who is this? Gosh, this is a deep deck. You know, I thought it would be like Iron Man and whatever. Oh, yeah, here we go. I'm going to tell you this is a message for you. Okay, Tori? This is a message for you. He's talking about you. You're the Empress. He's talking about the Three of Swords. This is sincere loss, broken heart, swords through the heart. The world is about you changing your perspective and going on to the next level. You know why? You are the Queen of Pentacles. You're in charge now. Balls. Nine of Wands comes out. The Wounded Warrior. You're going through this for a reason, kid. You might not like it. You might not like it. But here we are. And then Six of Pentacles. All right. So here's the read on this. He's acknowledging the loss. He's acknowledging this has rocked your world. He's also saying, look at you, beauty girl. You're going through this for a reason. The Six of Pentacles comes out because you are the balance of the family. Bit of a matriarch conversation. A bit of a you're in charge now. I used to look out for people. Now it has to be you. Ooh, Tori. Tori. Hello. He's saying he misses you too, but he believes in you. Right? It's kind of a thing. It's kind of a thing. You know, when people pass, like I said, they're trying to figure out how to be dead. You're trying to figure out how to live without them. How'd you come across this feed tonight? Oh, I liked one of your posts and blah, blah, blah. And next thing you know, here you are. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, that's kind of fun. Well, of course it is. Well, of course it is what you were looking for. By the way, those of you that aren't on the Facebook side of it, and by the way, Facebook and YouTube, you guys are both great on each side of it. Don't feel like you have to be to one or the other, but you should subscribe to the YouTube channel for sure. She said in the beginning, I said something along the lines of, I want a relationship with you. And that's all she was asking for. So there's your relationship. She thinks you're the Queen of Pentacles. You're the Queen of Practical. By the way, are you an Earth sign? Are you a Virgo, Taurus, Cappy? Mm-hmm. He does understand. Knocking it out of the park here. All right, guys, we're going to go. I want to see a few more of these cards. I want to see a few more of these. Hey, Debbie, how are you? I missed you, Bosh. And I'm going to bring up my old friend here. Laura, how you doing? How are you doing? Part of the Weekly Bee, if you don't know her. There you go. All right, we're going to roll these out a little bit quick. I'm going to go a little bit quicker. Please pay attention. Here we go, guys. I'm going to ask Spirit to just give me the cards and let it rip. Knight of Cups. Woo! By the way, who is this? Is this the dude with the eyeballs on it? Yeah, this is Vision. Woo! There you go. Ten of Swords. The High Priestess. Okay. The nighttime is the right time. So what this is telling us is the Knight of Cups comes in and says, listen, you got to love something here. You got to love yourself. The Ten of Swords is that self-inflicted wound. The High Priestess is going back to the way that you knew. By the way, I think this is Storm. By the way, the High Priestess is knowledge. It is nature. It is finding your way. It's kind of a rock and roll right there, Linda. Hope you're still in there for sure. Gonna bounce around here. Kirsten, there you go. Oh, look at that. What do you got, News Channel 6 there? I know you're in Louisville. Here you go. Six of Cups. This is about wonder love. This is about love from out of the blue. This is about just a how do you do? How are we going here? But it's a different way to look at it. Maybe it's unusual love. Maybe it's like they just don't understand me. But when I see your brown eyes, you're gonna make my brown eyes blue. And then you get the Three of Coins. It's a little bit behind the scenes, everybody. It's kind of like a contract negotiation. We're kind of talking about it right here. Kirsten, I don't know what you got going on, but the Six of Cups is about, it's about a new love. It's about a new identity. The Hangman is like, it's not really what you've really been applied to before. But the Ten of Coins comes out, the Ten of Pentacles, or the Three of Pentacles, rather. This is about kind of like, nobody else has to understand it but us. That's the makings of a great relationship. Jenny, how are you? I'm sounding like Ric Flair. Woo! No, I'm not. By the way, get Liam here right away. All right, Mike? Aubrey said hi too. Oh, that's wonderful. Jenny, how about a couple of 3 cards? How about the Three of Wands? How about you ready to travel? You're ready? Oh, what just happened here? What in heck fire just happened? Three of Wands comes out because you're willing to put your stuff into play. Are you a Groot fan? I am, because Groot is the page. Page of Coins comes out because you want to be practical about something new. You got a new idea. And the Fool, this is a new adventure. I don't know if travel is your thing. Maybe you're thinking about taking your day-to-day on the road. Maybe this is about you saying, I'm going to take a job somewhere else. This is something new. This is abundance. This is somebody digging that you know what you're doing. It's about expansion. There you go, Jamie. Hope you enjoyed that. Right? There you go. Hey, Alicia, how are you? Jody, how are you, dear? You just moved. Yeah, you totally moved. Jenny, did you move because of a job? And yeah, I totally kind of see that there. Yeah, I've always got it in me, for crying out loud. Hey, Jesse, how have you been? Jesse. Jesse, are you sure you want to volunteer for this? This is about a burden. We're going to start off with the burden. By the way, if you're going to get a burden card, let it be here. Because that burden, Knight of Coins, new way to approach it. New way to be practical. So you're going to get out from underneath this burden. And then the Page of Wands, you're going to approach it in a whole new way. I actually like how this ended. I like Jesse, I kind of like where this went. Because the Ten of Wands talks about the burden. It's like it's the heaviness. It's too much. But it's taking it on from other people. Then you got the Knight of Coins, which is like, all right, what am I doing here? Is any of this practical? By the way, that has to do with time, not just money, but time, effort, energy, money, anything else connected to it. And then the Page of Wands is about a new way to approach it. Kind of like that. Kind of like it. Love it. Love how we're rolling with that. Ta-da! Thank you for showing up. TW, hope you're still here, kiddo. How you doing? Oh, the Hierophant comes out. Look at you getting your act together. Look at you getting your act together. And then we got the Two of Cups. What is going on here? This is a high indicator that you met him. This is a high indicator that you're like, I no longer play. Do you need a glove? Do you need a bat? Because I don't play the field no more. That's what that is. And then you got the Four of Coins. You don't want to lose it. You want to be able to keep it. Oh my gosh, look at this. I'm like in an earthquake zone. TW, fantastic. Yeah, King of Coins, super practical. Spirit told me to pull another one. Practicality. Go get your Iron Man. That's what I'm going to tell you. Go get your Iron Man. Go get your Iron Man. Hello, Jody. How are you, dear? Oh, what a great picture. By the way, Page of Swords. Time to take those new ideas and do something different with it. The Page is young, feminine, sometimes energy that hasn't been matured yet, but it's a good idea. Just hasn't grown at all. And then you get the Six of Wands. This is about doing it right. And then got the Four of Cups. Wow. I don't know if you're thinking about doing something in honor of someone that has passed, but what this talks about is this is a new way to keep him in memory. This is about almost kind of finding like it's the right thing to do. You want people to know how much it was a connection. And then, of course, the Four of Cups is still kind of hanging on a little bit to a memory, something that's kind of eluded you. And by the way, big spiritual ta-da. I hope that resonated with you, Jody. Hope that resonated with you. There you go. Hey, Autumn, how are you? Still looking. Well, I think that's kind of fun. There you go. Oh, Jody, I didn't even see you ask for that. Yeah, Serena, welcome to the club, Serena. How you doing? By the way, I'm going to go back to the pitch of 10 here. That's terrible. I can't believe I just said that. But Spirit's telling me to go to the triangle again. So you got the King of Swords here. This is about taking out some emotion and making sure that you're not really like hung up on the emotional value of it. And then you get the Death card. Thank you very much. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe. Here's the Death card. But the Death card, like I said, everybody gives it the bad rap, but it's really about transformation. And where are you going? Page of Cups. You are approaching love and the things that you love a little bit differently. Then you get the Devil card. What are you tied to? This is about being tied to something. By the way, I know the definition of the Devil card. I just need to know how to do. Yeah, you want something new. You want to shake it up, kid. That's where you want to go with it. You want to be able to say, like, take it from one side and go to the other, right? Can we wrap this up for you? My gosh, I love my work. Six of Cups comes out because, well, this is about a new beginning. This is about you saying, you take the good, you take the bad, you take them all, and there you have Serena, right? This is you saying, I am willing to go down in the primordial mess, figure out who I am, and come out of it on the other side. Thank you so much for showing me the way. Thank you for making me transform. Thank you for allowing me to go through this. Oh, Jody, that's awesome. Yeah, there's a little bit of a lag by the time I get it and what have you. And Jody just chimed in on the Facebook side to say she is honoring someone on Friday. It's her husband's birthday. I always find something special to remember him by. I stand behind everything I've said. Back to the Serena support group. Yeah, there's a real connection here, Serena, that you had to take emotion out of it. You had to transform this. You had to say, this is what I really want. You're approaching, dare I say, love in a different way. You may still feel committed to someone, but you are ready for something new. This card says it all. Here it comes. The Six of Cups is powerful, man. You know, it's got the kids on it. It's also known as, like, you know, if you were like, yes, We've been trying now for 3 months, and I'd be like, well, that card's going to be like, get to work, get a good cameraman, and get in there. I'm sorry, what? I'm sharing again. Oh, thank you guys. Thank you for the kind words. Serena, hope you stick around. Hope you enjoy this. Esther, thank you for encouraging Rachel. Yeah. So astrologically, what's happening right now is there is a square going on with the nodes. 100%. You're welcome. Well, I have a book and a YouTube channel. I travel the world. So what Rachel's alluding to is, I'm going to bring up Rachel's here. She's talking about, and by the way, I'm going to wrap around here, Esther. Don't worry. I'd love to hear why I feel like time's standing still, yet time is flying, feeling weird for days now. We are kind of, this is the effects of Pluto, right? But right now we have squared to the north and south node. We have Mercury and Mars. This is an actionable thing. You're also, it's a tribal thing. It's you figuring out your tribe. And when it doesn't work, get out of Dodge. It's okay. I have been downsized this week, and that's okay. It's just, I didn't fit their plans anymore. Okay. Miss them. But standing your truth, it's about destiny. It's about where you want to go. It's about how you want to do it. Don't bullshit yourself. So Rachel, here's 3 cards to help you with this. And Esther, I'm coming to you. Temperance, it's about balance. Not too much of any one particular thing, by the way. I'm going to be the old guy and try and figure out who this one is. I got nothing. I can't believe I've only known like half of the Marvel comics on this. But Temperance is actually the Sagittarius card. It's about not being compulsive. It's about being balanced in your efforts. Then you get the Ace of Cups. This is, listen, this is taking care of yourself. This is about finding your groove and your rhythm. And then here's the Moon. Chicken dinner. Holy Toledo. You got 3 majors. But you got 2 majors. And oh, this is the dude with the half a mask. Boy, this should say Marvel Comics, not Marvel Movies. Big difference here. But yeah, Rachel, this is about finding your balance, going to take care of yourself, and getting more sleep, believe it or not. Can't believe I just said that to you. Woo! Esther, I'm coming to you. Thank you, Serena, for that. So yeah, part of what that is like if you don't want to be shot out of a cannon, you're going to slow it down, right? Esther, you've been cheering everybody on. Oh, look at this. I kind of like this. I'm going to give you the 10 of Cups. The 10 of Cups. The highest of abundance, Esther. Then you get the Queen of Coins. You know, you might like love, but you don't love, right? You know, that was a thing that like our parents always taught us, like, you don't have to like your sister, but you have to love her. And then I'm like, what are we on Tatooine? But 4 of you got that joke. And then the 2 of Swords. All right, so Esther, this is a message about, you got to recognize how great things are. You also got to be like, it's a little prudency here. You don't want to go over your skis here. Then the 2 of Swords is like, yeah, you might have to cut something out, but it's kind of, you gotta make good choices here. Yeah, so I have more coming. Got to make good choices. I'm so digging this one, right? You got to be kidding me. Yeah, maybe that was the energy. And by the way, I'm gonna bring up Mike's thing here. And Mike, I know you're a super private person, and you got your crazy daughter. And by the way, she is crazy. Merciful Mermaid is here, everybody. Thank you for tuning in, kiddo. I don't get to tune in much, but when I do, I write a book. But it's interesting how much I've evolved and so forth. And so I appreciate that. You were at Dad. Visit my dad at the cemetery. He's not there, Mike, but good place to check in, right? Your energy and the others tonight. Thank you so much. It's been too long. Yeah, brother. Yep. Gotta rock and roll. So I'm gonna drop that here, and I'm gonna give you 3 cards because we're gonna have fun. Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups comes out. So this is an acknowledgement of mom in this conversation. Then the Queen of Wands, probably because you're surrounded by women. And then you get the Nine of Coins. So what this is really kind of talking about is the old ways are the good ways for you, right? So the Queen of Cups comes out where, hey, just remember I love you. Queen of Wands is, don't forget you got to get up and go. And then the Nine of Coins is really about you saying it's the practically perfect in every way. By the way, very feminine cards. By the way, very feminine all the way across the board. So as much as you were visiting dad, he's talking about mom. You know, I don't mean to be rude, but, you know, you still got the house for mom. You know? Your brother, no, Mike, well, I call Mike my brother. Gosh, Mike and I have so many. So in the podcast, Lindsay, the other medium, she is an HR professional. Her career is literally 15 years behind me. She's working a recruiting / HR desk as a consultant, and she's like sneaking out to do readings. Mike, stop me if you heard this one before. By the way, Mike was in the room next to me while I was like, yeah, I gotta leave at like 3. Why? What are you doing? I'm going out to Amsterdam to do readings the rest of the night. True story. True story, right? And oh God, so many of the stories that came out of that. Oh God, I'm not even gonna say her name, but what a crazy loon. What a crazy loon. All right, Autumn. Why do you think I forget you? Are you kidding me? Louisville, I'm coming for you. But Mike, always good to see you. You're always welcome. How about the Four of Wands? Those of you that are writing this stuff down at home, and if you want to take the art and science of tarot, you're going to see some of Autumn's work, because Autumn is our graphic design person around here. She helps us tidy stuff up. She's the one that helps make all the t-shirts, the lasso around the moon. He can't ghost the mediums. Wow, I can't give you enough positive stuff here. Holy Toledo. So you get the wedding card, you get the Nine of Cups. You want to show everybody that it's all okay, that it's all super positive, and then the Star. Could you be any more of a kick-ass person than this? Holy shitskis. Holy shitskis. And this is, I think this is Firestorm. I don't know. The Nine of Cups. This looks like Harlequin. Holy Toledo. Of course, that's a little. And then Autumn sitting there going, well, yeah, of course. Knight of Cups. Five of Swords. Hold on. Chicken dinner. That would be the Queen of Wands, everybody. That would be, yeah, I didn't close the bar down because I had so many suitors, but I'd say 7. This is you taking charge and kicking ass and taking names, my dear. Go do it. Go do it. Totally. I feel like I'm going to go here. I'm going to do 3 more here. Of course, Trish, how are you? Could you warm your state up, though, before I get there? Oh, 8 of Swords. This is about intuition. This is about you recognizing that your intuitive value is really kind of working around it. And guess what? Yeah, Trish, Golden Light. Oh, what are you kicking ass in? You're bringing your family back together. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I drop the mic? Well, Trish is figuring out her superpowers. What a great... And then the King of Cups. We're going to do it all in love. I started out singing I'm Not in Love, but guess what? Holy... How about some choices? How about some lock and load choices? And how about some practicality? You are getting a mastery level. Of course. Oh, and then the 8 of Pentacles. Yeah, you're putting the work in. It's going to be high 70s. Well, let me tell you something. I hope to be high in my 70s. Anyways, terrible. 2 lives in a one day. Yeah, look at that. Lindsay's here. Lindsay, were your ears ringing? We were talking about you being like the, this second day. Oh my God, I want to be able to figure this out. That would be so fucking fun. Oh my gosh, I can't figure out how to do it. I could send you the link, but I think that would be like weird right now. And you're probably gonna be like, I don't want to go on. I don't know if I ran out of sleep and been binge watching. You've had like 17 readings and like 20 meetings. But yeah, Trish, here you go. Golden it is. You get the 8 of Swords. You got to trust your intuition, strength. King of Cups. You're loving what you're doing. Choices. You're narrowing them down because Pentacle comes in with the King, and then your 8 of Pentacles pops out. Holy Toledo! By the way, tarot readers will love other tarot readers to love them. It's like, I'm just gonna listen. That's it. Oh, and Autumn, I was calling my shot. Fair enough. I got a few more cards. By the way, in case you have just tuned in, I have unraveled and unwrapped the Marvel Tarot deck. I'm kind of enjoying it. But it really should say this is the Marvel comic book deck, not the Marvel movies, because I've like recognized like maybe 4 of them. Like there's just shades of everybody connected to it. There you go. So Lindsay can't get out of here alive, can't get out of here without a reading. This is going to be a great way for us to wrap up, because here's the 5 of coins. Oh, you know what this is? This is you being like, oh, Rita, bring that cat one. By the way, there's somebody in our group that actually uses that deck too. I'm great for it. By the way, 5 of coins are kind of one of those sidewinder ones, right? It's also known as a little match girl cards. And guess what? Nowhere to go but up, because then the King of Wands comes out. You're taking charge. This is you saying, oh, no. And by the way, let's just say you were like a consultant and like you were on the outside looking in, and then you said, no, I'm not doing that. I'm taking my own power back. I wonder if I have 2 of these here. There we go. Chariot. This is about your quick, fast moving change, right? So, I'm sorry. This is a 6 of coins. Just hanging upside down. So the 6 of coins, wow, this is about you balancing things. This is about you saying, this is you having fun. And this is about you saying, I'm going to be in charge. By the way, here's a little Captain America for you. Here's a little Captain America. It could be the other knockoff guy that I can never really remember. And by the way, how about if we go here, 2.0, Lindsay 2.0 showing up. By the way, the judgment card in my book isn't about, I'm going to judge you. It does have a karmatic value of you being able to change up and become a new person. By the way, celebrate good times. Come on. The 3 of Cups comes out. What better thing to say than the celebration card? And then, I think this is about a podcast. God, Daryl's going to laugh at this. I mean, not that Daryl ever watches anything. I'm totally thinking of this. I have to go listen to Mo. Yeah, Captain America again. Well, this is a Taurinian card. Shut up. Shut the front door. I love my work. Listen, just when you think, listen, today's podcast was fun. We had a great, like, kick-ass, time and our prep, and we're just, this is what we're trying to figure out. We're trying to figure out our flow. We've got all the right pieces, right? And you mean to tell me that you just decided to like flip on and be like, yeah, what's going on? Oh, B's live. I'll go pop in over there and say, hey, look at you. All right, here's a reading. And then I pull out the card that's your tattoo. You kidding me? You can't make this shit up, by the way. Cannot make this shit up. By the way, for $2.99 a month, you can see all of our behind the scenes stuff, all that other stuff. Oh, by the way, over on the Instagram, we have a new channel name. It used to be More Than a Medium. And by the way, I think you can still look it up that way, but it is going to be the Comedium Roast Instagram, where we're going to do lives a couple times a week, talk about our crazy travel stuff, kick ass and take names. And then here we go. Hope you have there you go. Hey Jen, how are you? Um, yeah, it's a lot of fun. So for $2.99, you can subscribe to a podcast and see it in its entirety. You're gonna be able to see clips because that's what I do in my spare time. And I'm gonna wrap up with a general here because I'm going 2 hours. You get tired. You get tired a little bit, a little bit. Kind of get a little punchy here. And I'm gonna drop down the magician, of course. Doctor, can you step in here? Can you step in here? Can we build a pyramid on you? We sure can. Because the Knight of Swords comes out. Hey, Roxy, how are you? Knight of Swords comes out. So this is talking about us taking our tools and using them differently. And then I'm kind of loving the coin. I'm kind of loving the Ace of Coins here is Groot. Basically saying this is all tools. Using them differently. Remember, and by the way, if you need it, if you need a resource, it's going to show up. Showed up here in the reading. Showed up here in the reading. I think we're going to go 10 of coins. Come on, dog. Can't make this up. Can't make this up. We're going to grow this the right way. I'm trying to waste the deck here because I want to see all of them. 3 of Cups. Celebrate good times. Come on. Come on, universe. Give it to me. Ace of Wands. Then you got the 8 of Coins. Oh, we saved the best for last, didn't we, Whitney? Then we got the Queen of Swords. We're going to overcome our emotions. We're going to knock it out of the park. And then we're going to go with the 4 of Swords, that this is a good time. This is good timing. And then the Judgment card comes out on top. Oh, wait a minute. Did I pull those already? Some gun. Some gun. Hold on. Yeah, I don't like that. We're going to spiritually kind of pretend that didn't happen. That's a t-shirt. Get on it, Autumn. Oh, Queen of Cups, self-love. Time for abundance, everybody. Time to lock and load. Boy, I really like that. So from left to right, guys, we're the magicians. We have the tools. We have the power. Right? We're like the Ghostbusters. We got the tools. We got the talent. We've got the Knight of Swords as we're going to use it in a new, different Cavalier sort of way. Ace of Coins as resources are going to show up. The 10 of Coins comes out because it's all about abundance. We're going to get what we need, how we need it. 3 of Cups, we need to start celebrating. The Ace of Wands is all about the new, pleasant idea of us moving ahead. Then, of course, you get the 8 of Coins because you're reaping what you're sowing. You're really kind of growing it. You've been doing this for a while. And then, of course, you have the Queen of Swords, and you're like, oh, no, emotions. We don't emotions. We rule everything. But then the 4 of Swords comes out and says, let's talk about when we're going to do it. By the way, we've blown through this entire deck. I know a few of them fell on the ground. But then the Queen of Cups comes out. Guess what the Queen of Cups tells us to do? Self-love, everybody. Self-love. You've got the tools. You got the talent. In honor of a friend of mine that had an epiphany, I'm going to roll out 3 cards for them. I hope they watch. I don't know that they will. And quite frankly, it's none of my business if they do. But this deck, not the Marvel one, you are welcome, Rose. Rose, I'm sorry I didn't get you individually, but you'll be back. It's all about timing. You got to go where spirit goes. So I'm going to give 3 cards that are connected to them because I think they needed to hear it. Here we go. From the top, I wish you nothing but happiness. One of the strongest people I've ever known. And I wish you nothing but happiness. Thank you, Spirit. This is truly how I feel. Go kick ass and take names. Be who you're supposed to be. I'm going to give everybody the heart tap. Tell each other we care and love for each other. And to remind each other to simply keep going. Can't make that up. Keep going. See you guys soon. Thanks for all the newbies. Thanks for all the old bees. Get it? The old bees? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about now. But keep going. Daytona. I'll see you guys there. Kathy, good to see you. I'm going to be at Casadega on Sunday. So if you're in the greater Northeast If you're outside, if you're within an hour and a half of Orlando, you can make it to Casa without much effort. Hope to see you guys there. I've heard from a lot of you. Can't wait to see you. I'll be up at Reverend Judy Weaver Space in Ormond Beach. I'll be doing a circle there on Friday night. I have a class on Saturday. It's going to be a lot of fun. And you know what? We're going to kick ass and take names. So thank you guys. I appreciate you. And I'll see you soon. Keep going.